But there are ways to protect yourself and your family and increase your chances for survival if you're ever in an accident. Deborah Hersman is the president of the National Safety Council and former chairman of the NTSB. Deborah, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
You know, I saw our notes last night. I was so surprised. The number of accidents in the summer. We think of bad weather in the winter and accidents, but these numbers are staggering.
It is, and actually people think that wintertime is the most dangerous time, but actually February has the lowest number of fatalities per month. It's actually the summer months where most people get killed, and you can imagine it's because a lot of families are taking vacation, kids are out of school, and a lot of people are celebrating Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and there's alcohol involved.
And then a lot of kids are getting their first car, so you got a lot of new drivers, a lot of teen drivers. In fact, there's a spike. It's the #1 cause of death for teens during the summer.
That's right, and motor vehicle crashes are the #1 cause of death for our teens, and their first year behind the wheel and their first 1,000 miles are the deadliest. And so we really need to do a lot more to help our teens and their parents learn how to make driving safe for them.
What do you say to parents who want to give this advice to their kids? What's the #1 thing they need to know?
You know, I think for parents, it's about modeling the behavior that you want your kids to replicate, but also there's a lot of resources out there. The Allstate Foundation has partnered with National Safety Council to make sure that information is out there for best practices in the state.
For example, limiting the time of driving and limiting driving at night. Right?
That's right. Two huge things. Passenger restrictions, because one more passenger makes you 44% more likely to have a crash.
Okay, so the seat belt, of course, is your first defense, and Tamron's going to show us how to do that. Wow. That's a good dress to wear. Didn't know what we were doing this morning.
Okay, so I'm buckling up.
So the good thing about seat belts is these are really low tech, but they are the best defense when it comes to a car crash.
Did I do it right?
So the really important thing here for Tamron is that it's low across her hips, and you want that seat belt to restrain the bony, strong parts of your body. So your hip bones and your sternum, your chest bones. So it's great. It's coming right across your sternum and over your shoulder, and it's not cutting you in the neck. And it's not over your abdomen. So
you often hear women who are more petite complain, and I used to do this. I used to take it off, and obviously I don't do that now, but because it would hit you in this awkward spot.
So the good news is we have a lot of cars that actually have better adjustable devices. And so you have adjustable actuators here oftentimes for your shoulder belt. Bring it down if you're shorter, and raise your seat up if you have an adjustable seat.
What about car seats? I mean, so many parents put them in, and surprisingly, they're not putting them in correctly.
I know, and so, Tamron, you need a hand.
I got it. Go on. You guys go on.
Tamron, go ahead. Just get up right now. I'm blocking you.
I'm just going to sit here. Go ahead. I wasn't prepared. I'm sorry.
It's okay, but you know what? Car seats have come a long way, and what we have here is actually a car seat that can go through the lifespan of the child. This seat is for 5 to 110 pounds. And so the really important thing is to pick the right seat for your child. Make sure it's sized appropriately. We're going to come over here, and I'm going to show you 2 ways.
Now, Al's going to get in that, and I'll buckle him correctly. Let's see if we know what we're doing here.
That's right. Oh, baby.
So there's 2 ways to install a car seat. One is to use the traditional seat belt, and you can thread that through and buckle it in. The other way has to do with what's called a latch attachment, and you can see these alligator clips. This is to help make installation easier for parents. If you look down in all of your cars that have been manufactured recently, down in the bite of the seat, there you go. You can feel it, Al. There is a hard attachment that you actually just latch this into. Al, you want to do it?
Sure.
He's had some experience with this.
He does.
Yes. There we go.
Okay.
And then you adjust it.
Absolutely. So now it's tight in there, and you're going to adjust that and make it really tight. The important thing with either a seat belt or the latch system, you don't want more than 1 inch of side-to-side movement.
And forward-facing, rear-facing, any difference as far as safety?
Yep. Forward-facing, you want to make sure you actually take advantage of the tether at the top. what you do is you have an attachment back here. Look at your car's manual and look at this car seat. And what this does is it makes sure that you don't have forward head excursion, that this is not coming forward in a crash.
Okay.
Really important.
All right. Well, don't take it for granted. Look at the manual.
Yep.
Practice makes perfect.
And a lot of times you bring it to your dealer and they will install it for you.
And there are thousands of certified child passenger seat technicians all across the country. They will do this for you for free.
Good advice. Thank you, Deborah. Great pleasure. Up next, we'll get you caught up on all the news you need to know before you leave the